VTT, or better known as the Tour de France of mountain bikes, is a week-long event that doesn't necessarily cover the distances of its famous road equivalent, but is certainly forming a reputation as being just as tough as the Tour de France. The race visits different regions of the country in search of the most appropriate terrain, and that, of course, is hilly countryside. This year, the route links the two sides of the Rhone River in the southeast of the country. The race formula in mountain bike racing is unchanged. There are 16 stages in all, with timed sections for the general classification clocked in the morning and alternating in the afternoon, with liaison sections before riders reach the day's finish. As far as the Australian contingent is concerned, look out for 6 of them, including Victoria's Cadell Evans, who's starting to make a name for himself on the European and world circuit. Let's meet some of them now in this profile.
My name is Damien Grundy. I'm the national coach for the Australian mountain bike team, the director of the national Australian team for the Tour VTT. We have a young team here. It's for experience for this young group of riders. It's the first time overseas for a couple of the riders, and we have the World Championships in Switzerland 4 weeks after this race. So it's a good time, a good preparation tool for the World Championships.
The race this year is definitely a lot harder. It's 1 day longer than last year, and all the stages are longer. And the terrain is a little bit different in the way that it's a lot rockier. And when it's rocky, it makes it very hard on the body and hard on the backside.
The type of racing and the courses we're riding on, I don't think the people back home would believe them if you told them. We have the courses are nothing like what we get in Australia. It is so rocky, and we're just riding across fields that are just grass on top with big rocks underneath for 20-30 minutes at a time, and it's very hard. The climbs, the hills are very big, 30-40 minute climbs, which you just don't get in Australia in racing.
Oh, the crack is dawn, mowing down MC, like I'm mowing a lawn. I go, oh, like nothing can make me. Ever meet TV? One of these days, but I can stand my ground, and I am down to watch an MC who acts like a clown. But for now, I'd like to ask you how you like to feel the bass in your face in the crowd.
The places that, you know, the towns that we go through, I've never seen anything like it. And I don't think anybody would actually see it if they were on holidays, you know. They're actually, you wouldn't come to these places because you don't know about them. But the race is going through these beautiful little towns. We sit down and have coffee and some cakes, you know, and, you know, I wouldn't even like to calculate how many towns we go to, probably 100, you know. And they're all different. They've all got their own little special thing about them, you know. And some places selling raspberries and some places selling homemade syrup and wine, and it's fantastic, it really is.
To get a group of 6 Australian riders over to Europe is a very expensive operation for us, and that's difficult, coordinating it to get them all here and to have them all with good form so that they can get through the race. Yeah, there's a number of challenges for us. I think that this is possibly the hardest bicycle race in the world in terms of the intensity of and the roughness of the racing. It's, you know, they say that the Paris-Roubaix is the hardest road race. This is very much like racing 8 Paris-Roubaix in a row, 8 days, or the Paris-Roubaix 8 days in a row. It's very hard on the riders.
And every day is so fast. It's definitely very, very challenging, mentally and physically.
It's just the struggle, you know, to get out of bed each morning knowing that you're on the bike for another 4 or 5 hours. You know, you race in the morning, you have lunch, then you ride again in the afternoon. It's more than what we've ever done back home.